Take this simple test to see if your attitude has gotten bad and you didn't know it. Your attitude is one of the most important things determining your success in making a sale and your success in life in general. One example of this is that if you've been in sales long enough, one thing you'll notice is that new salespeople always sell. They don't really know what they're doing yet, they don't really know what they're selling yet, but they have a good attitude. They haven't been beaten down by, I want to get 3 estimates, or customers that say your prices are too high, or any of the other things that start to frustrate you and weaken your attitude. They don't know yet that these type of customers never buy. The point is they go out expecting to make a sale and have a great attitude, and that alone increases their sales among people who've been doing it for a long time. Here are 4 warning signs that your attitude has gotten weak without you realizing it, and suggestions on how to deal with it. Please watch to see all 4. The first way to know if your attitude is down is to check whether you're planning or hoping to make a sale. The easiest way to do this is just to ask yourself a question before you run your next lead. What are your chances of making the sale on the home you're about to go in? When I was a sales manager, a test I used to do to all the salespeople was I'd say, okay, well, all of you on your next lead, what would you say your chances are of making the sale? And then some people would say, oh, be about 25%. Some of the people would say 50%. And some people would say 90%. If your attitude is in the right place, there's only one correct answer, and that's 100%. Now, for you realists out there, of course the chances that you're going to make a sale is not 100%, but your attitude has to be that your chances of making that sale are 100%. Not that you hope, but that you believe it in your heart. Norman Vincent Peale used to have a statement that said, shoot for the moon, so if you miss, you'll hit the stars. Or was that Jiminy Cricket? Either way, it's the same thing here. Your best shot at making a sale is always with that 100% positive expectation. The solution to this could be a lot of things. One way to change your attitude or expectations is that maybe you've been beaten up too much and you need to raise your self-esteem. Are you going in the home like the selling machine that you should be? Or are you going in the home like the maybe I'll make a sale or I hope I make a sale mentality of all weak salespeople? There's a lot of different ways to raise your self-esteem. One way may be to have some positive affirmations that you like. It may sound corny, but when I first started, and even now when I say, I'm a fierce Bengal tiger and I'm the best in the West, I'm a selling machine. I'm a fierce Bengal tiger and I'm the best in the West, I'm a selling machine. Over and over with emotion, it's hard to stay weak. Also listening to tapes or reading books that motivate you. By doing this, you're also practicing self-improvement, which means that you're getting better every day. A good definition of attitude is that it's your vision of the future. If you're not getting any better, then your expectation of the future probably isn't that great and that it's going to be the same as it is right now. But if you know you're getting better, even though you may not be doing it right now, your expectation of the future should be good because you know you're moving in the right direction and you're better today than you were yesterday. You're stronger. That alone will give you a better attitude when you go in the home as far as your expectations of making the sale. The second way to check your attitude is to listen to your self-talk. Are you complaining and blaming the leads and prices? Do your leads suck and are your prices too high to sell anything? Blaming anything is another sign that your attitude's become bad. Sometimes it's obvious because you feel like you're whining all the time, but peel back a layer and what it really is you're blaming something or somebody. The simple solution to that is to start taking responsibility. If one person in your company can sell with your leads and prices, that means you can, and if you're not, you need to find out what the difference is between you and them. It's not that your price is too high. You're not good enough yet to build the value so your customer will pay what you're charging. Remember, all the leads suck equally. The best way to handle this thought is with one simple phrase. I am responsible. Take back control of your life and situation and stop being such a baby. If you want to dive deeper, check out the link below for a video I did on responsibility and how it affects your attitude. The third sign your attitude may be weak is a simple one. Are you not having fun anymore? Are you finding yourself hating the customer within the first 15 minutes of meeting them? Remember when you were new and every time you met a customer it was totally fun because it was a brand new house and it was a brand new person that you got to meet and help with their problems. Have you lost that? Not only do you not like your customers, but it's almost like all the customers seem like they're part of one big family. You go in the home and a little voice starts to say, oh my gosh, it's another one of these. They say I'm not buying anything today, and instead of being nice, internally you start to think, then why are you wasting my time like the last one? Pro tip, It's also harder to sell your customers when they know you hate them. Believe me, they know. The solution is you have to separate the customers into just the one you're seeing right now. Just now, no past and no future. It's sort of like a mindfulness of sales. You can't be thinking about the ones you already saw, or you can't be thinking ahead. If you start thinking behind, you start to get negative thinking about your past failures. If you start thinking ahead like, well, I have to sell 4 in a row now, you can start pressing and in a way start to pre-qualify the customer with the thought of, well, this is a waste of time. I need to get out of here so I can make my 4 sales. Each customer is fresh and each customer is different in their own way. But if you get too many no sales, you start to blend them all together and it affects your attitude. The other thing that can cause you to stop having fun is that you're trying too hard to make the sale. The best way to stop that is to go in the home with the attitude that you don't care if you make the sale or not, and that you're just there to give them an education and have some fun. Stop focusing on making the sale. Start focusing on having some fun and helping the customer, and the sales will follow. The fourth sign of a bad attitude is that you're not going full speed. Are you doing things like staying longer in your 2 o'clock, even though you know it's a no sale, so you won't have to go to your 5 o'clock appointment? Are you doing the disciplines you used to do, like tracking all your numbers, giving 100% in every appointment, and not taking any shortcuts? Do you find yourself almost dreading going to the lead, and are you glad when you get a no-show, and instead of waiting around, you leave quickly in case they show up? One reason that causes this is that it's almost like you start to get burnt out in a way. I remember playing mental tricks on myself when I was just running and running for what seemed like for days or years at a time. When I felt that way before I went into the next lead, I made myself believe it was the last lead I was ever going to have to do. I made sure that I did everything 100% and I had fun. Sales is either full speed or no speed. Half speed is like no speed. Just like your commission, you either get 100% or you get nothing. You never get half commission. When this happens, refocus on your goals and get back into the fun of meeting someone new and helping them. Just work harder, put your shoulder to the grindstone, and it'll be okay. Now, if you can't change or fix your attitude, then maybe it's time to take a break. The worst feeling I had running leads is when I knew my attitude was bad and I still worked and I didn't make any sales. Then in retrospect, I realized that I would have been better taking the week or day off, because then at least I would have been rested instead of wasting my time running leads with a bad attitude.